I'm back. I'm back, guys. I'm back. And guess what's up, guys? You know what's up. You know what's up. Love is up. Love is up. Love is up. That's what's up. So I'm back. And I had a lot of things running through my mind on conversations I would talk about. And, because I'm like giving just a daily presentation of my life, or just, I told you I started my platform because, hey, this is a good way for me to express myself, and this is my world, and I'm living in it just like it's yours. So, the topic that I chose today, and I was thinking about it, was singles women's perspectives on being married. Because, a lot of people say that, if you're single, you shouldn't try to give advice to a married woman, or that married women can't get advice from single women. And I don't believe that's true. If a single woman has been married before, and she is spiritual, and she is given spiritual advice from God, then she has the right to, if asked, she has the right to give her opinion. And surely no one has the right to say that the single woman is always hating. We know we got haters out here, but we got some married couples that are haters and will speak evil in another person's marriage because theirs is not good. So it's just not single woman. So I don't really, I do have a lot of married friends, and they don't keep in contact with me like that, and that's fine. I don't mess with people. So, hey, I have a lot of married friends, and they don't, really associate with me. And certainly I'm not going out. Or, even if I was going out, which I don't really go out at all, because I like to go where I like to go. I like to, travel. I like to do things. So I don't get out like that. Opportunity has not presented itself until I make that opportunity. Okay, and so I do like give advice when women ask me that I'm married. And I do have friends that ask me advice. And then I have friends, I give them my advice. And my advice is always, girlfriend, what are you doing? Basically, because if someone is being disrespectful, or doing things, if a man is in your presence, your husband, and he's being disrespectful, just because he's your husband don't mean you have to stay there in that. You have a right to separate yourself from abuse and ask of him to get himself together, if he wants to be in your presence. So, and I didn't say go cheat. That'll stop men from just abusing. You have a right to protect yourself from that. So God ain't gonna be mad at you, baby. But if you want to stay in an abusive situation, go ahead. I am nobody's God. That is my advice to any woman that is being abused. You're not a tree. You don't have to stand there. Certainly he gave us brains, and I didn't get to these thoughts overnight, lady, with a lot of trial and error and living, and just, hey. So, do what God tells you to do, beautiful. So that's my advice. That's one of my advices to married women or men. Because men get abused too. Some of these women out here are treacherous. They go to putting their hands on that man and then crying when he retaliates. Keep your hands to yourself. That's what the psychiatrist told me. And I felt like I had real grounds to lay hands on thee. Holy hands and anoint thee. How dare me? Oh, but I don't want to go deep into details with that, the situation, but with me and my ex-husband, is that, I would never blame someone for all of what went wrong, but we are both responsible. And I think when, because I made a decision to leave, to give up, you guys, that was my decision to leave. I just didn't want to deal with it, and that was my decision. And yes, I had to deal with a lot because of my decision, mentally. He went on, he's married, and I'm glad for him. I'm really am happy for him, because he found that he wanted, and I am not upset by any means. Back then when I found out he got married, I thought it was soon, but then I was like, you know what, so what? And I didn't want to, certainly, I was still in a marriage where, and I can be honest, where I was feeling stagnated, and any man of mine that allows any woman to dictate who he can be to me, in my eyesight, was not, and this is my eyesight, and I just didn't feel that he was worthy to be. I don't want my husband certainly having another woman dictate how he can be with me, or, his plight as a man, and tell him what he can do in a marriage, So that for me was one of the breaking points, and I won't even go into the other because it's really deep, and it's not my story to tell. So my divorce, I had no problem being his friend. I was like, we can be friends. As a matter of fact, before we got divorced, we went out to the show, we talked, and I thought we were really going to be a couple. And so after we got the divorce, he told me he didn't want to speak to me anymore, and he just never did. And I was like, okay. How did I feel? I feel like, okay. People have the right to, that's just how I felt. I felt like, okay, we were never friends. People have the right to do what they have to do. But that's the way he probably had to handle it. I'm different from him. When people hurt me, I can go away from them for a time, but I'll forgive them and I'll come back around. But I just don't let them as close. But some people, they just can't do that. So I'm not angry at nobody. Whatever relationship didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Whoever doing what, may they live a beautiful life. I'm praying that don't no foolery come around me. Ain't nobody mad at nobody about nothing. I don't have time for that foolery. But so they're saying that single women can't give out advice to married women. And that's just not true. Of course, every woman has to watch out. Whether your friend is married like you are, or whoever, you have to be wise and use, wisdom. Every single woman is not trying to tear up marriage. The devil is a lie. I think marriage is beautiful. I would never intervene on my friend's marriage, or, I don't do that with my friends. I say the choice is yours, It's between you, God, and that man, and you know what's right, But whatever decision my friend's maid, stay, leave, which none of them really left under the God's advice, because the advice I was given, it certainly wasn't to leave your marriage. You know, having someone respect you and not be under the same roof is different. You know, you can leave the house but be still committed to the marriage. You just is not going to allow nobody to abuse you. So, you know, me and you guys got to stop it, you know. That's what I'm telling them. So you might not like me because of that, because you probably want to continue abusing. But, no. You know, you don't want to, even as a man, you don't want to come home and have your wife abusing you verbally, mentally, you know, harassing you, tearing you down. So, you know, you just don't do what you don't want done. You know? I had another thing that I really wanted to talk about. And, I don't know. Yes, it was. It was about the generation, and I talked to my young people, and oh please, I mean, I don't know how you take the word of truth, but some of you don't like truth, and then if you don't like truth, you go to attack a person because they said something that offended you. And how often, you know, we have to all look in the mirror. How often do we do things to offend people? We all do it, you know what I'm saying? But I was looking at this, you know, I was reading this article, and it was about Carly B and her friends. And coming to find out, it's about a lot of gang activity, a lot of stuff. And it's so disheartening that these young people are choosing a life of evil, because you can't say it's not evil when you're going around hurting people because of what they say. You don't like what they say or what they do, so you're going around terrorizing people to let them feel you because you don't like what they say or do. And that's an evil act. And I know you guys know better. You should know better than that. The reason why I have understanding and compassion, because some of these younger people didn't have any guide. And if they had no mother or no fathers or no guidelines, and everything they seen was violent and this is the way you do things, they're programmed to think that's normal. But, you know, for the ones that know the difference, shame on you. And the ones that don't know it, now you know that hurting people and, you know, the gang activity, as far as gangs weren't used to just be violent. They weren't used for violence at all. As a matter of fact, at first, gangs were just organizations that used to take care of the community. They took care of the kids in the neighborhood. They took care of the people. They didn't kill the people, you know. And as a matter of fact, back in the day, the men would regulate, and they wouldn't allow men to hurt women, children, or anything like that, just to be going around hurting people. And they fed the communities. I don't know what kind of gangs these are now. They're violent. You guys, why are you doing that? So if you did not know, to you that are lost, that did not know, you know now that is not nice. I am a grandmother. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am an auntie. I am a niece. I am a nephew. I mean, no, I'm not a nephew. I'm not a man. Oh, I just wanted to see if you was listening. But excuse me. Oh my God. I had to laugh on that. I'm not a nephew. But I can be like all these things to you, you know? Like a grandma, like a mother, sister, niece, auntie, you know, cousin, homie. Okay. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. But if nobody ever told you that that behavior is evil, it is. It's evil. And I know some of you going to be like, I don't care. Why not? That's what I would have to ask you. Why don't you care? Something happened. Something happened. And that's why you don't care. Because something happened. And we all have a story. So I can tell you mine. You can leave comments below and tell me yours. But I know that something happened. And I think I left the comment also because I'd seen Dwayne Wade's son, and he's fully dressed like a girl, and it's so sad because if you as a person that is spiritual and you're lining up with the universe, the abnormal behavior of the parents has become a norm, and the son who is dressed like a girl, it come from his parents. His parents are his greatest influencers, and they may try to say nay, but who is the greatest influencer of your children? So I'm asking parents, are your teachers, do you believe that their teachers are the most influencer? Is it supposed to be the teachers? So things like that, like no-brainers to me. We know it's not the teachers, it's the parents. So stuff like that is like a no-brainer. So, and I don't mean to insult. Like I say, I don't. If you have a child out of your womb, you're saying that anything outside of you is the greatest influence of your child. So, I was like, it's sad. And so people were saying, what's sad about it? And I just had to realize this generation really don't know. Because if they knew, they possibly wouldn't ask that. They would not ask that. So that means that a generation of parents did nothing to raise their children. They did nothing to raise their children. And then they're blaming the teenagers for being like they are. And spiritually. So, hey, I don't have no heaven to hell to put nobody in, but y'all think y'all like the way it is right now? We can't even go and stay outside all night long. Why are those days gone? Why are they gone? They're gone because the parents allowed the children to run amok. And we understand that, yes, some things happen to us for us to get to this point, but we know better. Well, I'm sharing. Don't you want to get back to the days, guys, where you can just hit the block and everything is love and nobody's shooting and none of that old crazy stuff? Y'all hanging out, y'all playing, y'all growing, y'all interacting, you're growing businesses. Who would want to stay like this where you're shooting on the block and everybody's all out their name? And why wouldn't we want to live good and live in peace and harmony and have our neighborhoods look like the Magnificent Mile? Our neighborhoods look like, hey, come on. Magnificent Mile meaning Chicago's Magnificent Mile. Our neighborhoods, we can have that. Hey, it's a choice. Yes, it is a choice, people. And people, men and women, can choose. It's a choice, and people say what you can't do. It ain't about who can't. It's about the person that's looking at the video. Every person taking a look at themselves. And if it's not accordingly lining up with the universe, then change, you know? And definitely it don't come overnight. You got to seek it. I promise you got to seek it. I promise, you know, people. But this guy gonna send little people. He gonna send hints. MonicalovelyGant is one of them people. They got Sarah Jakes. They got so many people that love the Lord. Michelle Obama, you know. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. She was going to church. You know, she was a church girl. And so, you know, and that's why they say church girls. They say good women don't make it. No, you don't have to be like Nikki and no disrespect. But, you know, you don't have to be wild and all over the place like the other women. And you don't have to be that way, you know. You can be a Michelle Obama and look where she was. Look what side she was on. And then you say, well, we're at the same table. But no, there's two different legacies. There's two different legacies. But this is the great thing about God. He's so awesome. Anybody can change their legacy. That's the great thing. So that's why nobody is to, you know, condemn and judge nobody to hell. But you are supposed to love your brother and sister enough to tell them the truth. But you don't condemn them to their hell. Because they can change it. They can change their ways and become like really, really great and leave really, really great legacies. You know what I'm saying? So, that was on my heart. And so when I get that message out, it's done. So I will see you guys. Oh, no. I forgot. I have a jewelry giveaway. And even though I'm not at 200 subscribers, you see that? These earrings and this necklace go together. And it also has a beautiful pendant. This all goes together. And I'm not at 200. I will be there, but I'm not worried about that. You know, I'm not. I'm enjoying these videos and sharing my experience with you guys. I am. I really am. Enjoying doing this. So, we're not there. So, this is for this particular video and this particular day. So this is going once, going twice, gone, because we're not at 200. So I'll be wearing certain things, and then so some of them I'm just giving away pieces, but some of these, you know, I'm going to do the set. So if, you know, I wear this again, which I will probably, because I think it's cute, and I think women would like it. And like I said, for like watches or stuff like that, my wrists are small. I'll just get you something similar. So it is every 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, you know, 800, every 200. To the jewelry giveaway according to what I'm wearing on the video at the time. And I will say if I'm giving away the set or pieces. So you just pick a piece if I say pieces. And if it's something like a watch or a bracelet or something that's too small because I have small wrists, I'll just get you something similar. And how we would do that is you just, the link below with my email, you would just email me. And when I called your name out, you would just email me when I called your name out. And then I would email you your name, your address, and stuff like that. And then I would send it to you. And of course, just to be safe, and I don't want nobody saying they didn't get it, you know, I'm trying to think of a way to be safe, just to be safe. You can email me, I don't want to say a picture, but some proof that it's you. Just some proof, like a comment, or something. We have to come up with something. I do. Because I want to make sure you get what you deserve if you're the 200 subscriber every 200. Okay, so let me go. It was nice, and I will be back. And you guys know what's up. You know what's up. Remember, Lovely loves you. So you know what's up, guys. You know what's up. Love is up. Love is up. And that's what's up. See ya.